between cannabis and psychosis. And I've just been thinking a little bit more about some of the data that I've been reading through on this. Um, it's uh, Research has shown that about 20% of 16 to 24-year-olds in the United Kingdom will admit to having used a drug. Of the total psychotic population, if you like, the total population of people who've had a psychotic disorder or illness, 27% of them have reported using cannabis in their lifetimes. Um, the only research that's ever seemed to come out like linking cannabis with psychosis has always uh, uh, sort of talked about this link between either the daily use of cannabis or the use of very high potency cannabis. And it's either, yeah, the link has only been shown either in daily use and or of high potency cannabis, um, or in people with like a genetic predisposition, like on the AKT1 gene receptor. Um, and that might have some causal relationship to cannabis use, though no causal relationship has ever been established in the research or the literature. And I just tend to think like if they did these exact same sorts of studies with alcohol, they'd find exactly the same thing. You know, the people using the highest strength of alcohol and drinking every day are more at risk of psychosis than people just having a couple of beers after work, right? And alcohol is thought to lead to psychosis as well. You can definitely have alcohol-induced psychosis. Yeah, it's it's not like about what causes psychosis and what doesn't. Oh, well, okay. Um, this is completely disregarding the fact that, by the way, I think most of the time when people get diagnosed with psychosis, it's or very often it's probably a misdiagnosis. I think, or it was in my case. I was more like suffering from mania, possibly, but really, and they just they lump everyone going through mental health systems in the NHS just it's just psychosis, 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 psychosis. And if they're acting a bit funny, oh, it's psychosis. It couldn't be anxiety attack, panic, mania, or anything other than psychosis. It is always just psychosis. And you know, you'll have these chats with psychiatrists. You know, all these sorts of studies like there is no causal relationship. You haven't figured out, if anything, the causal relationship. It would be the exact opposite. Because psychosis is thought to come about due to excesses of stress, i.e., excess levels of cortisol, which breaks down into norepinephrine, epinephrine, and dopamine. And typical and atypical antipsychotics block the dopamine pathways in the brain to supposedly cure it, psychosis, whatever they think that is. You know, and yeah, like you get these exact same results with alcohol. Like, why do these acutely mentally ill people use cannabis at all? Because it helps with their mental health problems, whatever's leading to the psychosis. I bet in 99% of the cases, PTSD on some level. Uh, or, yeah, PTSD, or it's OCD, or it could be anything else, like some sort of depressive disorder, extremer forms of anxiety, this, that, and the other. And this is caused psychosis. And we were
surprising because actually, yeah, to some extent they are effective. Cannabis is effective in taking care of psychosis. Yes. Stop the troubling thoughts for a while. Yeah, let you get to sleep and things like this. There was, it talks about the correlation between psychosis. Let's just say symptomatic. What they want to do is they want to put something in your chest. It's just remove this big category so that the broad categories in it, rather than psychosis. It's called the whole thing psychosis. And basically running with it. So yeah, people like more severe forms of mental distress tend to turn to these heavy forms of substance abuse, like rather than focus on one. That essentially causes the illness. Very possible that like police, I imagine, suffering where like horrible things happen to them, or they're like living lots of trauma in their unconscious minds. That's what it's saying. But you know, they go with love and adolescence, and that's like addiction things. They don't grow up, and still got drugs and alcohol, and you have no quick fix for that stuff. Well, you know, but then again, like, everyone does it. Really, everyone grows up with some long trauma, some sort of trauma. Loads of people drink. It's a very less expensive deal with it. And loads of people take drugs. And more people than you know take drugs. More people don't even admit to take drugs. And not cocaine. Cocaine is very good. That's a psychotic part.
Right. So 77 million in the UK, 0.7 of 77 million is 530,000. Why not? Okay, like 530,000 people. UK cannabis users. And there are 1.4 million cannabis users in Britain. So it's saying like one. Well, that's not true anyway, because like 27% of psychosis people use cannabis or have used cannabis. So that's like 125,000. Yet 10% of cannabis users in the UK have psychosis. Big whoop. If it weren't that, it would be alcohol. And you could do the same thing with alcohol, as I've said already, which also causes psychosis. So this isn't exactly surprising now, is it? Whatever.